Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about setting up NASM 64-bit on Windows 11. Just wanted to say that afterwards, if you'd like to do some NASM programming, check out my series. It covers the basics. Anyway, the first thing that you need to find out is if your CPU is 32 or 64-bit, because my series, at least if you're following my series, because my series is over 64-bit NASM. So if you just go to the settings system about, open the about settings, and then under device specifications, you should see system type, and it should say something like this if it's 64-bit. Otherwise, it would probably say 32 bits. If you do have 32-bit, if you have a 32-bit CPU and you want to follow the series, then you might be able to get it to work with an emulator, but I know nothing about that, so don't trust me on that. But uh, if anyone does know how to do that, you can mention it in the comments. Also, if you have any questions on this whole process, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll try to answer, and other people who know about it will probably answer. So just let me know. Anyway, the next step is installing WSL2. This lets you use Linux on your Windows computer because NASM 64-bit NASM is got to do it through Linux. So the first thing you got to do is open PowerShell or Windows Command Prompt in administrator mode by right-clicking and selecting Run as Administrator. And then enter WSL --install. I'll try to put all of these commands in the description, so you can just copy and paste it and you don't have to worry about copying it incorrectly. Anyways, after you do that, it'll install for a while. Once it's done, you restart your computer. I think it says like updating stuff. And then whenever it's done, you can go to the search bar at the bottom and type in Ubuntu, unless you changed it. You probably didn't if you're following this though, so just type in Ubuntu and it should be the first thing. And then whenever you open that, it's going to ask you for a username and a password. So just enter that in. And then keep that window open. We can install NASM next. So first you want to run this. It's probably going to ask you to enter your password, so enter that in. And then once that's done loading, it'll take a while. You'll want to install NASM. All right. And then the next part is optional. I program in VS Code, so this is how to set it up pretty seamlessly with it. First, you're obviously going to want to open up VS Code, and then in the extensions tab, search for WSL. It'll be the publisher will be Microsoft. They'll have that check mark. So just install that. Also, if you want syntax highlighting on the code, which is pretty nice, it's not too advanced, but it's pretty nice. You can install the network assembler by Write. This is the one I use. There's others out there, but I like this one. Once the WSL is done installing, at the bottom left, if you click on this icon, it's open a remote window. It doesn't say that unless you hover over it. If you click on this icon, you can connect to WSL. I'm pretty sure it doesn't ask for your credentials, but if it does, just enter it in. And then you can use VS Code like normal. So to test it, you can create an assembly file. For this example, I'm just assuming you call it main.asm. And then to assemble it, you can run this. The first part turns it into an object file. The second part actually turns it into the executable. So I just combine it into one command using that ampersands. And then once you do that, you can just run it using this /main. If you call it main. If you call it something else, you have to change everywhere it says main. You don't have to for the output one, but it makes it consistent. So that's basically it. Please subscribe if you want to follow along the series or other tips that are related to this type of thing. And if you have any input on this process, any extensions that are helpful, things like that, feel free to comment. I would love to know personally, and I assume other people would probably love to know as well. So anyway, thank you guys.